Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Rutavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim. Oh Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanura Mardanam Devakim Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur. Extreme delight for Mother Devaki. O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Today we are taking up reading of the 14th Shloka of the Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga of 4th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 4th Adhyaya. Sri Krishna in our previous reading has told how he has, depending on the distribution of the different gunas, how the different types of karmas get attached to people and fit them into the 4 castes of Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And Sri Krishna further has told that although I am doing it, I give them all these gunas, I create the Prakriti, but I am not the doer. Neither I am the doer of any of these karmas, nor I get into any vyaya. I don't get changed. I have no modifications. I have no mutations for that matter. Like this, the COVID mutants. Every other day a new strain is coming up. Now Delta has come, then Kappa will come, whatever, I don't know. So Krishna says, I am avyaya. I am not only a kartaram. It is not only that I am not a doer. I am changeless. I don't get changed because I am the ultimate reality. I am the Satchitananda, the existence, knowledge, bliss, absolute, the Brahman. Now Sri Krishna says that in this 14th shloka he is going to tell further about how he acts. On what basis he can claim that he is non-doer, that he is akartaram. Sri Krishna says in this 14th shloka, Namam karmāṇi limpanti name karma-phale spṛihā iti mam yo bhijānāti karmabhir nasa badhyate. Why is it that Sri Krishna can so strongly proclaim that he is akartaram, he is the non-doer? I am not the doer. Why? Because na mam karmāṇi limpanti. Na is not. Mam karmāṇi limpanti. I am. Mam is I, me. Karmāṇi, of the actions, of the deeds that I do, limpanti, I don't get tempted. None of these actions that I perform, they get attached to me. They don't get attached to me. I am not tempted by any of these actions that I am doing. Na mam karmāṇi limpanti, na me karma-phale spṛihā. Na me, again, I do not. Karma-phale spṛihā. Spṛihā is desire, the wish, the intense desire one has for doing something. He says, I am also not touched by the fruits of action. I don't desire any fruits of action. Neither I get tempted by the actions that I do. These actions, though, they don't get attached to me at all. I don't get tempted by them. Nor I seek any kind of fruit. Nor I desire any kind of fruit from the actions. If I am doing any action, normally the tendency is I seek something in return. I seek some fruit of the action, and that fruit has to be to my benefit. That is the intention of all of us getting into action. That I should get something in return. That too, that something in return should be good for me. That is my impression. But Krishna says that I don't need anything. I don't seek any fruit of action. Iti mam yo bhijānāti. Iti, this, thus. Mam, me. Yaha abhijanati. Who? Abhijanati is knows. Who thus knows me? Who thus knows me that I don't perform, I don't get tempted by any actions, and that I am not seeking, I am not after any fruits of the actions that I am performing. I am not seeking anything in return. He who knows thus. Iti mam yaha abhijanati karmabhir na badhyate. That person is never bound by any of the actions he does. Because that person starts doing that, performing the actions devoted to me. Knowing how I perform the actions, when a person starts performing the actions in the same manner, then that person is not bound by the effects of that action. Then that person also is doing action just like the Lord, having understood that Lord doesn't get tempted by the actions, by the duties, by the things that he does. Because Lord is not seeking anything in return. One, he who knowing me thus keeps on performing duties in the world, he is not bound by the duties. Nor do actions tempt me, nor is the fruit of action desired by me. He who thus knows me is not bound by the actions. He remains akartaram. He might be doing so many things in the world, but he is not bound by the actions. Karma produces modifications of the mind in the egotistic man. Person with a high sense of, high intensity of egoism. Anything he does, I have done it. I have donated so much. I have done so much for the betterment of the world. That I consciousness that destroys all the good things that he has done. Why this I? I do, I enjoy, I seek. All these attitudes, they are modifications of the mind. But the Lord is free from egoism. Lord, Lord who is the Lord of the entire universe, the entire creation, this everything belongs to him. What is the need for him to say, I am? There is no need for him. There is no trace of I in him. In the Lord, in the Divine Mother, there is no aham. He is therefore untainted by actions. It is only the one with egoistic tendency is tainted by the actions, because the purpose behind any action is to get some name and fame. People should say, oh, he has done it. God doesn't need anybody's certification, anybody's testimonials. Lord has done such and such thing. He is such a wonderful person. Lord doesn't need it. Who is going to testify? Who is going to certify the Lord's actions? The Lord has everything contained in him, and he transcends them all too. Everything belongs to the Lord. Everything belongs to the Divine Mother. Why the Brahman should seek the praise from people, praise from devotees, testimonials from devotees? Therefore, he has nothing to desire. That name karma-phale spṛihā. I don't seek any fruits of actions that I perform. Therefore, he has nothing to desire. The spiritual aspirant who comes to know of this glory of the Lord wants to be like the Lord himself. Then that person makes Lord as his role model. And as the Lord cannot perform any work, perform any action, perform any duty with a focus on the fruit of the action, the devotee of the Lord, who has made Lord his role model, he has understood. He has iti mam yaha bhijānāti, who has known me like this. He also starts following his role model. I am not going to go after seek any fruit of the actions that I am performing. The actions that I am performing is going to be with the total selfless spirit, devoid of any ego, devoid of any egoistic sense. The spiritual aspirant who comes to know of this glory of the Lord would like him to be himself untainted by egoism and free from desire. Free from desire for any action that he does. Emulation of the great is the way of the elite. The great seekers, the great seers, the knowers, the Brahmajnanis, they have all understood how Lord's mechanism works, how Lord works. And that's why they could follow those footsteps and get onto the path of liberation even while doing the karma. Even while getting engaged in all sorts of activities. They don't desire any fruit. They don't seek anything in return. They do the duty for the duty's sake. They do the duty, they perform their actions as they are told by the Lord. These duties have fallen in their lap. This is what Sri Krishna time and again says, whatever has come to your lot, perform it. Don't run away. Get engaged in doing all the duties, but without the I consciousness. No aham. It is only the Lord's duty that I am doing, and I am going to do it the way Lord would have done it. How Lord would have done it? Without expecting anything in return, without desiring any fruit in return, without even bothering for the fruits of that action that one is performing. So that is what Sri Krishna has told us in this 14th chapter. Don't seek. Name karma-phale spṛihā. Don't seek any fruit of action. Seek only the Lord's feet. If there is any desire, if there is any wish, if there is anything to be sought, it is only the Lord's divine feet by performing all the actions in detached manner. Don't get attached to the actions that we are performing. Let us not get attached to any action that we are performing. Let us do sincerely, most honestly, but without seeking anything in return. So that is the message, that is the teaching that Sri Krishna has given us in this 14th shlok. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swami.